Hello, everyone. Micah Murphy here. Just wanted to encourage everyone. God is bringing certain words to pass right now. Some people might say, "What about the Donald Trump word, etc.?" Some words, uh, man has to cooperate with God. Next week, God might give me a different message, a different intelligence briefing, and Trump might be given information that could change. But God's obviously testing his prophets right now. But God's been telling us here at the Chief Cornerstone Church, at the ministry, for a few years that he's going to expose false teachers, false prophets, false apostles. And I just got through watching a small YouTube clip from Brian Houston, the man who started Hillsong Church. And the Lord has been telling us about this exposure that's coming, and that is something that man has nothing to do with. If God says he's going to expose it, he's going to expose it. Well, I remember in the early 90s, the church started, and Darlene Sheck was the worship leader, and I'm not a huge fan of gospel music, and I loved that worship music. I loved it back in the early, 90s, back in the mid-90s. And the pastor there, Carl Lentz, has now been exposed for having an affair. But the church is huge. It's a mega church. It's like going to and I don't know, like a concert. They have celebrities come in, Justin Bieber, and lead worship and things like that. And it's just God exposed it. And what I'm trying to say is, I saw a bite from Hank Kuhnman saying that we're fixing to come to a season of prophecies being fulfilled. But God is fulfilling his word. He's exposing the false shepherds. Okay? The interview I saw with Brian Houston, I didn't like that much. But just because a prophet gives the word of the Lord, but somebody reacts different and that word doesn't happen, it says we'll know them by their fruits. Okay? I can stand here before you and say that I am not a married man. I've had a chance to be, but I've given it up for the Lord at times. I believe one day I will be. I have remained chaste for years. Okay? I don't go out. I don't go out looking for an adulterous relationship, and I can say that before you. God can give people the grace to do that, and he's in a season now where he is exposing things. Okay, the church is in America, for the most part, is in a very bad position. There's a few different things going on. We've either got the mega church, where it's like a concert, everybody wants to be a part of it, and they're making lots of money, and they just have that church. I think it's the Church of Laodicea, where they're just we have need of nothing. We're rich. We got it. This must be the blessing of God. Well, God's exposing that, and He told us that during this time is when these things were going to start happening. That the prophets and the shepherds that were going to stick with the true word of the Lord would be promoted, while the other ones would be exposed. And that is what's happening. And Hillsong's one of the biggest churches in the world. And it goes into numerous different countries now. But he talked about accepting, homosexuals in the church, this and that. I don't hate homosexuals or anything like that, but you can look it up online. It's a show. There's other people that I'm not even going to say their names right now. Maybe when I do the false doctrine or the false teacher video series, I will. But God is exposing. He has to. And you'll know them by their fruit, not their gifts. Okay, remember that. And I know that some people's focus right now is on politics, and they're disappointed because they're hearing that Trump has no intention of returning at this moment. But try to look beyond politics at the church. Try to look at what we have to do in the world. and that Jesus is the answer. Okay? God sees Trump as the president in his mind. So I believe Trump's actions will still affect the nation greatly. But I have to give you what God tells me to give you. So, but I wanted to let people know, especially those that have been following us for long enough time, people are being exposed, and that's a good thing. The wolves in sheep's clothing need to be exposed, or the people that are novices and just aren't ready to be shepherds of people need to be exposed. These things need to happen to clear the way for the true leaders, for the true shepherds to rise up and take their place. So this is a good thing. You might notice that I'm wearing the sonsofgod.net shirt. I'm a very picky with my clothes, and I actually like it. I finally got it in. I like the cotton. It's a good quality. I've recently gained a little weight. If you're wondering what the size is like, it's an extra large, and it's just right. I mean, it's just right. If I washed it and dried it, it would shrink and it wouldn't be just right. But I don't dry my clothes. I hang dry them because it keeps their color and everything much longer. But if you do dry your clothes, you might want to go a size up. But if anyone's interested in getting a shirt similar to this, I can make that happen. We also have mugs and other type of shirts. But if you're interested, leave me a comment or go to our website, thesonsofgod.net. It's a way to display to people the website, the ministry, and also a way to give. So, I think it's a pretty cool shirt. I really like the way it fits me. I like the cotton, and I can tell it's quality. It's not cheap. But anyway, I just wanted to share that. The exposure is here. The real shepherds will be promoted. The fake ones will be exposed. We're in a season like that, and it's happening. So rejoice. God's got this. The Bible talks about the folly of trusting in man. And don't worry, God has got our nation. He's not gonna. I know there's so many things out there that talk about the end times and just just keep your eyes on Jesus. He's got to move ready. And you might say, well, it's dependent on people. Trust me, the people are going to obey. The people that he's dependent on, he has put it in their hearts. He's given them a heart. He's done what he needs to do. I've had personal conversations with God about this, and he's told me things about how in the past he had things set up, but this didn't happen. And look, I could go into a really big teaching right here about all the way to the fall of man, but God has made sure that the proper things are in place for this end time surge that's coming of great things for his body. But the exposure has to happen first. We have to see who is real and who is not. And we're going to see, I believe, a lot more exposures. I really believe you're going to see a lot more high level in the Christian body's exposures coming big time. So just get ready for that. Leave a comment if you like the shirt, or if you'd like to order one or one similar. And I'll be back with y'all soon.